And hello, everyone, and welcome out to game number two, semifinal number two. The right to go on and face the Knights of Southwest Louisiana. You saw the starting or the players being announced. We'll work our way through the rosters. You'll see the scoreboard there at the bottom of your screen. It will be correct as it comes to the score and the inning. We guarantee you that. The rest of it, we'll work our way through it. We appreciate you joining us along, everybody that is on board and watching this one. It is the defenders of ACA and the Patriots out of Chef of Baton Rouge. And great news out of Chef. And we know that they are watching this one, but head coach Noah Worley is at home, did not make the trip with the folks up here. Why, you ask? Well, he's celebrating the birth of his first child. He and Miss Briley welcomed in Lila Rain Worley to the family, a future ACEL athlete or competitor or student, but we know that these family roots run deep. But she was born on the 28th, 10:16 a.m. So big congratulations to head coach Noah Worley and his wife Briley, and we wish you so much love and the best as you bring your daughter into this world. Congratulations on your first child, and we know that it takes a special moment to not be here, and that certainly counts as a special moment. So congratulations to Noah and Briley on Lila Rain Worley. Now it's time for baseball. The Chef of Baton Rouge will be the visiting team tonight in this one. On the hill for Chef of Baton Rouge is Hudson Martin. Hudson Martin, the senior, will go for Chef of Baton Rouge. On the hill for the defenders, it is an eighth grader. Colson Ories, the eighth grader, gets the start on the hill for the defenders. You see him getting loose and going to work right there. Number 28. He will face off against this Chef team. These two teams can really get after the baseball. It's going to be a great night. We're glad that you could join us under the lights tonight here in Pineville. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Going to bring you all of the action. Try not to butcher things as I did in that first game of the night, but leading things off for this Chef team is the catcher, Isaac Taylor. Taylor takes a big hack at that one and misses strike one. Orez set to deliver. Good curveball, but misses outside. We've seen a lot of curveballs out of that first game, and then again now as we start early on in this one. A lot of good curveballs, and they throw with the finesse. It's not that sharp, hard-breaking curveball that you see, but it's that 12-6 type of off-speed stuff, and Orez has two strikes now on Taylor. We invite you to share this link with somebody. If you've stumbled upon us on YouTube, we appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number one on the day. That is Taylor, and it's a steady diet of that off-speed stuff that we saw there for the first batter, and that's going to bring Hudson Martin. Martin will come to the plate, ready to go to work. Martin promptly deposits that one out into right field. It is in front of the right fielder, and that's a base hit. So one strikeout and one base hit. Catcher, or the pitcher, Martin, gets himself a little bit going. We'll see if they bring the courtesy runner in, and they do. Try to focus in and see who that we have there running. We'll get him when he turns around. So Martin in there with a base hit. Third baseman Connor Wild will come to play, will come to bat. Again, this is for right to go play the Southwest Louisiana Knights at 11:30 tomorrow for that ACEL Baseball Championship. Quick move back over to first. Diving in safely, though, at first base. Orez from the stretch, ready to go. Gets that one in there for the strike. Again, we won't keep up with the ball and strikes, but we will have the score right, the inning, and the outs. We'll try to keep all of that up for you. Simulcasting softball down the hill. New Iberia won the first game in that one. They punched their ticket to go to the championship 4-3 in the one that is going on now. Chef of Baton Rouge, Acadiana Christian, ready to see who can go on to play in a Mars championship. That one driven into the gap. Had to wait and see if it was going to be caught, but hustling into third base and is going to take the turn. Now going to come back as the ball gets in, and a big time double by Connor Wilder, the third base hitting senior. Back-to-back base hits following that strikeout, and the ball has been hit very well. J.P. Chauvin, the shortstop, will come in there. The junior bats from the left side. Swung on and fouled straight back to the catcher. One down here. That was the strikeout to Taylor to lead things off, and then back-to-back base hits from Martin and from Wilder. Have runners at second and third. You see them on your screen there. Torres stands in there, throws this one, swinging a miss, strike two. So you got Chef playing, we believe, the softball game that's going on too. So where we're at, there are some fans that are there, and they're turning and watching both sides, both games here, and you can do that. Great facility here at Pineville High School. Torres stands in and looks and delivers. This curveball is grounded back. It's going to be fouled off of the foot. So they'll bring him back to the box. Chauvin fouls that one off of the foot and will stand back in ready to go to work. No score in this one. It is early on, but Chef of Baton Rouge is threatening. They've got runners at second and third, and that one bounces back to the wall and going to go in safely. The ball is thrown away. That's the first run of the night for Chef. So one down, one run in, and things started out well. Torres, he got the first strike, but a couple of big, hard-hit balls right behind that, and now he's allowed a run on a wild pitch. And that one is grounded out to second base. Play is going to be there, but that will score the run. Second run of the game. The defenders trade the Patriots trade the run for the out. And we play in the top of the first. Chef on top. We saw Southwest Louisiana put 4 up in their top half of the first in the first semifinal game. That's going to bring right fielder Jacob Whitehead. Whitehead will stand in ready to go to work. That one misses outside. Two down. That one hit foul. Softball fans are really getting into that one. They just had an inside the park home run. Here's Torres' delivery. Misses outside. That one gets to the wall. No big deal there. Nobody on base. The runner was erased on the sacrifice that scored the run. RBI ground out earlier. Two down top of the fourth, 2-0 Chef They're on top early. That one ground to shortstop. Over to first in time. Will retire the sign. The defenders will come up. Two to nothing. Sheffield Baton Rouge. They get in. They won their game against Berkman's Academy in a 4-5 game. So they come in. Sheffield Baton Rouge does as the 4 seed. Acadiana Christian Athletics. They are the defenders. They get ready to go. Taking a look at Hudson Martin on the mound there. And we'll see what Coach Claudet and these defenders can come out and do. We looked at some very, very big time guys. Ben Galotta, the shortstop, he is a senior. He will lead things off. Plays shortstop for the defenders. On the hill, of course, we told you earlier, was Hudson Martin. He had a single and scored a run in the top half of the first. There you get a good look at Galotta. Getting ready to go, coming out, swinging the bats. The defenders will come out, and they will, of course, swing the bat, and they're ready to go. They put up a lot of runs throughout the season. And it's led by that group that gets things going up at the top. It's Galotta, it's Claudet, who bats second, plays center field. Savoy, that is the catcher. He's all in the mix. But when you come out and you get a couple of runs on the 1 seed, you got to come out and clean things up. But I know if you're the defenders, you're wanting to come out and hammer the baseball here. That's why we play it. Let's go to work in the bottom of the first. 2-0. Chef with a lead. Let's move this over to the bottom. Y'all don't mind if I talk to myself occasionally. I have to keep me straight. Nobody else will do it. Galotta stands in, ready to go. Martin working on a 2-run cushion. That one misses high and away, and that's not the way that you want to start things out when you have that lead. Come out and get ahead of the batters and throw those strikes. One ball, no strikes. That one driven deep and going to find the gap. And we told you they like to swing the bat. Hustling over to third base. Got to get down, play at third. Not in time. And that's a lead-off triple right there for Michael Galotta. Correction, Ben Galotta with that lead-off triple. Just put a charge in the ball. David Claudet will stand in there. He is the center fielder. Ground ball, had a shot at home, bobbled it over there. The out is going to be made at first, but I'm telling you, they had intentions. Did the Chef team. Just bobbled at third base by Wilder. He was unable to control it, had a shot at the runner, Galotta, that would have been going home. Galotta scores the run, get the out, 2-1, bottom of the first. Back up and ready to go now is Greg Savoy, the catcher. That one hits the backstop, but again, nobody on base, so it's okay. Great talking to Coach Wade of that Knights team. He said he was going to stick around and certainly watch this, get out the scorebook and score this one, and that's what you want to do. You want to be able to have a meaningful visit to the game, the game after yours, and indeed they are. They've punched their ticket to tomorrow's state championship game. That one bounces around, and again, you see it go back to the backstop. 2-1 scoring early on in this one. Again, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. is when the first game starts. That's the third place game. Championship slated for 11:30. We expect it will start a little later than that. That one, first one that goes up on that roof. So you look at the roof. That's the gym. If you remember, if you watched any of the volleyball state championships here with ACEL, that's the gym in the building that they were in. Back down on the field we go. Doug Gann with 446 Sports, bringing you all of the semifinal and championship action. That one lifted and fouled off down the right sideline. Hits that light that was right there. Came back and got that light, but it's well protected. Didn't break it. Number of baseballs that are found on the roof each homestand here for the Rebels is pretty solid. You just got to catch them before it rains, and you can use them again. Here's the delivery. Good curveball behind that one, fouled back. Martin back to work now. Steps off here. Stood there in the stretch. Now will step off, go back to the windup. Roxon fires, delivers this one to Savoy, and he grounds this one out foul. Really has cooled off nicely out here this evening. It was probably 85 degrees when we started this thing this afternoon, but that sun went down and it has made it just a beautiful evening for baseball and softball in Pineville, Louisiana. We're in the middle of the state. If you're unfamiliar with it, you look directly in the middle. Alexandria, Pineville, that's where we are. That one ground out to short. Bounces up, gets away, and going to reach on the error there. Getting more and more familiar with Pineville and Alexandria and Tioga in this area in central Louisiana are our friends from ACEL. Way back in the fall, we had the volleyball state championships and loved that game. Had a great time there. Also crowned an 8-man football champion over at Tioga. That was a busy day for all of us. 446 Sports carried that. We had the co-ed soccer that we carried, as well as the boys and girls basketball championships. And we'll conclude our coverage of ACEL sports with baseball and softball. That one misses up high. Thinking about a snap throw, but not making it, was Taylor. And Joshua Sterneman will stand in, ready to go to work. Sterneman, the cleanup hitter for this defenders team, fouls that one back. A couple of miscues early on for the Baton Rouge Chef Patriots, as bobbled a couple, had a shot to nail the runner at home, but the play bobbled there, and then one thrown away over at first base. Speedy runner going down the line, though. Might have been closer than a gimme for sure. Back to the stretch. Quick throw over to first, and that one almost thrown away, if not for a tremendous play over at first base by Joshua Essec. Essec saves what surely would have been another advance to base runner. This one hit and run employed, and that one worked to perfection, bringing in, and that's going to send snap throw. And getting in there safely, you see that. Great work. Great work by the defenders. Number 6, Savoy. Runners at first and third. So Sterneman with doing good work there. That one stepped out but called a strike. Didn't give him time. And now time is granted, but it wasn't on the play prior to that. And that's going to be a strike that's called there. And the official, you see him going out and explaining that the strike was there because he didn't give time. Having him take off the necklace too that was hanging out. So back and ready to go to work now. One down. Chef Baton Rouge, 2-1 lead. Off and running, and that's going to run. They're going to run themselves into a run. Oh, they call him safe out here at second base, and he jumped around. Great work out there, Nathan Sterneman. And that will get the second run across, and you don't get the out. So the defenders doing some business there. The runner from second that was Sterneman, from first was Sterneman. He took off going, and the throw went back to second, and that allowed the runner from Savoy over there at third to get around and score. And the defenders have tied this one up 2-2. That one lifted out to left, and it is controlled there. Coming up for the Knights and making that one is right fielder Jacob Whitehead out in left field. Did I say right field? Yeah, left fielder got that. Bottom of the first, tied at 2. Chef put across a couple of runs in the first, but these defenders have been continuing to hit the ball. That one swung on and missed. Good fastball. Good couple of fastballs there, and trying to settle down and get out of this one is Martin. Martin, the pitcher. A couple of good outs, but has given up some big hits. And now thought they had the runner back at second. He had taken off. Looked like he was going to third. Good job of Martin to step off, though. And they'll reset and get ready to do the 2-strike pitch. Here's a delivery. Driven second base. In time to first, will retire the side. But not before a couple of runs are picked up by each ball club. 2-2, we head to the top of the second. We'll do all of that after this word from Wallace Eye Associates.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
There you get a good look at that bracket again. This is Acadiana Christian, the defenders, and Chef of Baton Rouge, the Patriots, doing battle to see who gets to play Southwest Louisiana for the championship tomorrow. And we're back to live action here. Getting ready to lead things off, center fielder number 15, Jonathan Ladue. Looks like Essec, though, will actually stride in and get ready to go. There you get a good look at Essec. Essec, the big first baseman, saved an advanced runner that we believe may have led to a run back in the first inning. Orez set and ready to go to work. Shaky first inning, couple of balls hit really hard by that Chef of Baton Rouge team, but he settled things down, righted the ship. And I'm going to tell you, both of these teams have some really big hitters on the squad for them. That one hammered out to right field and over the head, for it's brought back in, and that is a double for Essec as he stands in there, the big hard-hitting first baseman for this Patriots team, gets himself a two-base hit to lead things off in the top of the second, excuse me. And now, as we talked about it earlier, that will bring Jonathan Ladue, the center fielder, that one in there, strike one. Top of the second inning we play, nobody down. We'll clear off that bottom scoreboard again. We told you to keep an eye on the score. The scoreboard will try to keep up as best we can. Glad to have a little bit of control, Louisiana. May want to check that out. Those commercials, though, that you'll see on Wallace, they relate to me too much. Old up and making that games, but coming up and making a great play out at shortstop. And nothing is taken for granted in these games, but you see Ben Galotta playing baseball in late April. That's what you want to do. If you have anything to do with ACEL athletics, you certainly need to know Sandra Romero, or you already do. Said that everything has to be in another division, but and I said, well, the run had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught out there. Micah Shiloh will stand in there. That was a good piece of hitting by second baseman Steele, who is on at first base. Just putting the bat on the ball and getting it in there. I believe it's going to go back and forth like that. Out to left center would leave us a good comment or a shout out. If we do something miss there, that one, strike two now. Things quieted down back on the softball field a little bit. That game 5-4, 6-4 in that one. Chef of Baton Rouge playing there as well. Orez delivers this one in, and it is pushed foul down the right field line and out of play into the parking lot. There's Shiloh, the right fielder, looking to get on and get back to the top of that Patriots. And that one is lifted. And there. Not really friendly atmosphere, but that's going to be a fly out to left field. The Patriots up for that. Snap throw back to first, and that one goes down the line. and quickly getting over to. There you see Steele definitely giving away a little bit of an advantage height-wise, but plays like he's the biggest guy out here. This is down low, and off goes Steele once again to third base. And he's 90 feet away from adding another run. After the first game, and one thing he said, these teams are very familiar, but that did not stop him from saying that he was going to stick around and watch this next one. But you know, they're going to have a play at the plate. Not in time. And another run, and that one was manufactured by that young man for the Patriots, all with two down. That one misses down low. Patriots, we've seen them in a lot being here when the dust settles, and that is ball 4. His team, he had a big base hit that went. The runners will be off and go, advance and get around. Don't know if these runs have made their way around by wild pitches and pass balls. The Patriots catcher. There's a good look at the Chef catcher. Strike. So 2 runs in the top of the first for Chef, 2 runs in the bottom of the first for ACA, 2 runs and the walk. Connor Wilder will come to the plate. And there's going to be a courtesy runner. Doug Gann, 446 Sports, bringing you all the action here. Semifinal action, championship action tomorrow. The time that we go live with high school sports, and we do it 200 times plus a year. That one misses outside, and that's going to get. And runners move up 90 feet. Second base, Will Town, the courtesy runner at second base. That one. This one over again. Bottom of the defenders came up to bat. Chef, the Patriots in the top of the second, but not before they played a couple.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Security Sporting Good wants to tell you, Arcia! These 3 name brands will take care of all your fishing needs. Plus, Old Town Kayaks are coming soon. Need a handgun? In stock, spring. Fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication, all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors.
Falling and starting to play havoc a little bit on our internet feed, so bear that sorted out pretty quickly. The defenders getting ready to get things going here. So their second 2-run deficit in as many innings, and we've only played 2. That one driven out. Good piece of hitting, and now you'll see the courtesy runner come in, but a great job. Great piece of work by Orez to come up and get that one. There you see the courtesy runner on for Chef, or correction, for the defenders. Chef leads this one, bottom of the second. Defenders, though, lead off base runner. That one Coming back where we're at, coming up, making a play on it, and gets it out in center field. Great piece. One down, that fly out to Ladue in center field. Makes that on the feed. We defenders and base. You want to have a clean inning, and these games have been anything but that. Been a lot of scoring. 10-5 was the first one. This is up high. See the middle infield look for a play back to second base coming up pretty soon. That one driven off foul. You'll see again, we said you'd see the shortstop pull out of there, and second base hops in, leaving up pretty big opening, and now he flashes back. And was the figure that with one down, they'll have something going here. Will the defenders? They stole a run in the first that way, got the runner going down to second base, and he was still safe. But that one misses up high, and they do. This time, quickly down the way for the defenders was Michael Galotta getting down to second base. This should tie it. And that one is smoked down the line. One run is scored. Another one will easily come in. The ball rolls around in that bullpen before it is finally got back in for a 2 RBI. And that ties things up. I'm telling you, this putting up some big numbers. Down here, continue to really hit the ball well. That and ready to go. Misses up high. Just one out. Bottom of the has really slowed down a bit. Two teams that pound the baseball. There you see those two. They are going at it. 2 runs each. Another run, 15-4, going to the top of the 5th in that one. They're trying to end it early. There you see Galotta. Bottom of the second, we third with just one out. That one ground over to short. Trying to get the run at home. And out at home. And Galotta not happy about that at all. But a tremendous play from the Patriots' third baseman. Connor Wilder making a big time. Gives the defenders a runner at first base. Snap throw over to Alexandria. You can hear that off in the distance. Alec Winterford River Fet going on across the river. That one, this game tied, grounded up the middle. Still, it goes off of his head almost. It bounced up and took a terrible bounce. Taking a look at that young, sure he's okay. But we told you when he was running around the bases a little bit early, that 8th grader held at home on that throw in from Wilder at third. And we stay tied at 2. Their first lead of the game. Bad hop to onto it. Runs in the first 2 innings between both squads. Run it in 10-run fashion, 15-4. State championship tomorrow. So congrats, folks that are watching this game. Starts at 9. Championship will be at 11. This thing is over sometime tonight. We will. The defenders are happy to continue and clear the side, but not before the defenders pick up 3 runs. They take their first lead of the night. We'll be back for the top of the 3rd, and we'll do it right after this.
From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Patriots trail for the 4. Cole Sonora is ready to work his 3rd inning of work tonight. Works with the lead for the first time. That one hammered out to left field. Fine play on it, tracking it down in right. Going over there and making a play on that was number 2, Caleb Barris. Orez gets that one in there, misses ball 1. Still service up here at the high school area where we are, and hopefully next season they'll get their internet beefed up just a little bit. We apologize for the choppiness and the stopping of the broadcast as it catches up. That one, with their the first time that they've trailed in this one, come up at a pretty good job at the plate there. Jacob Whitehead, the right fielder, comes up and gets that one. That'll bring up Joshua Essec, the big first baseman for this Chef Ball Club. There you get a good look at Essec, a big target, of course. He's solid. Get a look at the entire field. This is the area that we're at. Baton Rouge folks have made it up. Good crowd for them. A few of the Defenders fans are here. That one ground back, foul. Putting a wrap on things over at the softball field. Yes, you can hear me drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. Sorry about that. And no, we're not sponsored by them, but it's down low as well. Staying away from Essec, there's been pitches high and inside, low and away and up. Now it's 3-0, and that's going to get the runner down to second base. Get him down to first base. There you see the young man gets a 4-pitch walk. And that will bring Jonathan Ladue to the plate. That one chasing down the line and trying to dive at it. Not going to get it. Ball stays. Look how quickly the softball, as that gives them the equal Lady Patriots, as they will play for a state championship tomorrow, and they're cheering on, trying to get their men's team. That will bring Steele up. Matthew Steele, a couple of steals while he was on the bases, including that one of home. Run in. 5-5. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, one here in the top of the third for the Patriots Ball Club. People that pitching and people that pitch, and he is definitely a pitcher. That one misses high and inside for a ball. Here you're looking at the potential go-ahead run at third. Steele, and that gives Chef the lead, as for the third straight inning, they have put up 2 runs. Micah Shiloh will come to bat. Shiloh, the right fielder. So 2 runs. They have regained the lead, trailed for only a little while in this one. But 11 runs, and we're just in the top of the third. We'll get that inning corrected for you as making it again, and we'll check. Looks like it got the official. They'll come out and talk about it. Might be an opportunity. Having a conference here. And they do. So the bases now are loaded, and you get back to the top of this lineup, and that's where the heavy hitters are for this Chef Baton Rouge Patriots team. You know, Coach Worley and his bride and their newborn are watching this one, and certainly excited about things brewing. That one misses outside, ball 1. Swung on and missed. Ball and a strike to Isaac Taylor. Taylor was a strikeout victim back in the first, reached in the second. That one misses. Of Baton Rouge with the lead. Defenders. It seems like this is going to be one of those whoever has last at bat, and that is the defenders in this one. That is low. Over there, they won their big game in fine fashion to punch their ticket to the championship, and now trying to cheer on their guys to get no going anywhere. Looking for an RBI base on balls was Taylor. Boy, Martin is waiting on deck, and he's had a couple of big hard hits in this one. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed. And down. Hudson Martin, the pitcher, has a base hit in this one. And again, ask every time that they've went on offense. That ground ball through. 1 run comes around to score. Steele coming around. He goes head first. He'll score. That's a couple of runs, and that's a big 2 RBI base hit for Hudson. So 4 runs here in the top of the third now for the Patriots. Quickly, a little conference out on the mound. So Martin just continuing to swing the bat well. That'll bring up Connor Wilder, the third baseman. He had a bobble that allowed a run to score, kept the inning going. You know he'd like to make up for it here. And he does. That one is driven out to center field. It drops in. 1 run coming around to 5. Chef of Baton Rouge has put up 5 big runs in this one and not showing signs. That would put Jay heading into second base. That's going to allow the run to come out, and Chef picks up a couple of big runs. Patriots team, but these Patriots batters have really come alive, and that, I believe, is going to do it for Orez. Looks like he will be gone. They're out talking with, right in one of these, out there talking to his young man Orez, the 8th grader, who got the start tonight for the defenders. Colson Orez, again, we said just 14, and on the big stage tonight. These guys from ACA, and they'll stay with Orez, will stay in there. He'll get the shirt tucked in and ready to go. 11-5. Now the Patriots lead this one. And just really swinging the bat so effectively throughout the game, but threatening to break this one open. As standing out at second is Chauvin. That's going to bring Jacob Whitehead to the plate. That one in there for a strike. Swung on right back to Orez. He's going to field it over in time, and that will retire the side. But not before 7 runs come across for this Chef of Baton Rouge team, and they take the lead 11-5. Oh, by the way, coming up, the defenders to see what they can do in the bottom of the third. We'll watch all of that when we come back. Going to leave it right here. We're just going to step away from the mic for a moment. So, look, I'm not saying that this group up there in the stands along that front row had anything to do with that big explosion, but they win their game 15-4 in 10-run fashion. They step in, and the baseball team puts up the big number and take a big 11-5 lead. I'm not saying that had anything to do with it, but I'm telling you there's a lot of Chef momentum going on out here. But the number 1 seed defenders from Acadiana Christian, they are ready to come back and swing their bats as well. Swung on and missed. Hudson Martin having himself a game, would like to clean up an inning. The defenders' big bats will stand in there ready to go. That one misses down low. Again, we appreciate everyone that's sticking around for the choppy video. Hopefully it's gotten itself straightened out. just a little bit. That one ground pass still at second base, and here come the defenders with a leadoff base hit. And you knew that they're going to come out swinging the bat. There was no doubt. There's so much baseball left in this one. We're just in the bottom of the third. That'll bring Orez to the plate, ready to go to work. Nobody down, bottom of the third. Quick throw back in. Essec going up to save that one. Dawson Claudette in to run there at first base. You see Dawson over there at first, who was chased back on that one. Orez watches that one go low for ball 2. Producer Chuck Perkins wrapped things up for softball. He's winding things down up the top of the hill. Of course, he'll be back for the softball third place game, and that one driven way back. Go off the glove. And there's the out over at third that's made there just from getting the ball in. Good job of staying with it. And they're giving some love out to right field in that one for getting the ball back in. And he's like, that's my job. That's what I do. Prejean stands in there, but add a run to it. 11-6 in this one. Prejean will stand in there ready to go to work. Aiden Prejean, the first baseman for the defenders. Big time hit by Orez, but trying to stretch out the triple. Give him the RBI, but the out was recorded on him trying to get into third. But it was tremendous work out in left field that got that ball back in. And that was Jacob Whitehead out in left field that made that happen. 11-6. Defenders have some work to do, but I'm going to tell you, you cannot let up scoring if you are this Chef team, because those defenders are going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. Another big play, and we, look, it's going to look good after it. It's going to be a catch, but I'm going to tell you, he did not want to be on his seat for that one. But the main thing is that you catch the ball, and he did that, Jacob Whitehead. Had a lot of activity in this bottom of the third, has Whitehead. Misses low, and that's going to get runner over to third. Good snap throw down, but not in time. The defenders aggressively on the bases, looking to generate some runs in this one. They trail by 5. They had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, now have 1 in the third. But 2 outs. A lot of damage can be done with 2 outs, though. That one ground to third. Over to first in time. And Patriots are filling it here. This one is 11-6. We move on to the top of the fourth when we come back.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
There's a look at the senior Nathan Sterneman getting ready to throw in the top of the fourth for this Defenders team. Big third inning by the Patriots as they put up 7 runs, give them an 11-5 lead before the Defenders came back and put a run together. See him starting to get his warm-up tosses wrapped up. Big time inning. Saw 11 men come to the plate. And we move on to the top of the fourth. They lead this one 11-6. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, 7 in the third. This night has turned out to be a perfect night for baseball, without a doubt. There you see Essec. There you see Ladue and Whitehead getting ready to come to bat. Essec, the big first baseman. Ladue out there ready to go to work, but it's going to be Essec that leads things off. There's that group of Patriots hitters that stand in there ready to go to work. Leading things off will be Jacob Whitehead, we believe, or is that Essec stands in there ready to go to work. Joshua Essec will get ready to go to battle here. It's a good look inside the concession stand area here at Pineville High School. Back to live action we go. 11-6, top of the fourth. This one misses up high. Essec and this Patriots team looking to add some more runs on. The Defenders want to keep it right here and get those bats cranked back up. You need a clean inning here if you are this Acadiana Christian Athletics team. Got to get 3 up, 3 down. Get some momentum back, some life in those bats. That one squarely in the back. And that will send Essec down to first base. I mean, right between the ones is where that got him. Now standing in with Jonathan Ladue, the center fielder. You see him on your screen. Misses outside. Good look at Essec there. He's used to being on first base where he plays. Now he is the runner Good bunt, double hit the bat, so that's going to be a foul ball. It'll send Essec back. Bat hit the ball twice, hit it in foul territory, so it's just a foul. If it hits it in fair territory, he'd have been out. But I digress. The windup and the delivery. Swung on and missed, and a nifty, nifty pitch there. And pass ball, no tip on it at all. Essec was going back, though, and didn't have thoughts of it. Good work by Sterneman in here. Gave up the hit by pitch, but has responded pretty well with the next batter. They're going to say that hit him. And that's going to send Ladue down to first base, and he's looking like, well, I didn't know it hit me, but all right. So back-to-back hit batsman by Sterneman, and you got to wonder the batter didn't think it got him, even in that one. Nevertheless, that's going to bring Matthew Steele to the plate. Matthews had himself a game out here. Had a bad hop while he was out in the field, caught one off the chops, but has responded well. Now he turns around and tries to bunt it, and that one is pushed foul. So the runners will head back. A lot of small ball going on out of this Chef Patriots team right now. Chef of Baton Rouge trying to continue just to add some runs on. Coach Wade told us of the Southwest Louisiana Knights that these teams both could go out there and battle. And they are doing that one. That one is lifted foul, and as we said, into the night, you see it bounce around. That one misses up high as well. Runners at first and second. Patriots trying to add to that lead. That one is ground over to first. Going to be a double play. Back in time. Triple play. Goodness gracious, we're going to leave it right here. That was a hard liner back to first base over there. My goodness, what a big time play out at first base was made by Prejean. So Prejean gloves that one, steps on the base to get the out at first. The runner coming back in, and then a snap throw down to second base, and that is a triple play. And if you don't think that won't give a little bit of momentum to that defender's ball club, you got another thing coming, because that was certainly a big-time play. What are they playing for? Playing for a trip to that. That is a championship game at 11:30 and a state championship for varsity baseball. That game is set to play at 11:30. There is the third place game that will be Good Samaritan Fellowship. The Hornets will welcome in the team that doesn't come out victorious in this one. And that is an opportunity to play for an ACEL baseball state championship. The Knights of Southwest Louisiana already in there. Who are they going to play? I don't know. We've got a lot of baseball. We just moved to the bottom of the fourth. This one, 11-6. So thought there would have, yeah, see, it's just one of those type of nights. Thought that Chef was on pace for another big inning. Line drive had the fans cheering, but it was snagged over there by Prejean at first base. Steps on the bag to get the second out. So you score that one on the line out, one unassisted on the put out, and then 1-6 on the put out for the third portion of it. So you score it 1-1-1-6 if you're scoring at home, but I don't even know if folks do that anymore, but we'll continue to say it like that. Bottom of the fourth, and you know that this Defenders team is ready to go to work. They trail by 5, but have put up 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and now look to capitalize on that big triple play that saved a number of runs. That one misses up high, ball 1. Ground over to third. Play pulls the runner off, but he stays on there. Another big-time play at first base by Essec, and the defender's not happy about that one. But I'm telling you, Essec has made some plays over at first base, and he just looks like a first baseman out there doing work. Both of these first basemen have led their teams defensively. Joshua Essec, the junior, 17 years old, and ready to come back for one more season, but he's got some work to finish here. That one grounded out to right to left field coming up. And so a big-time play would have had some things going on if not for that big play over at first base. And now a runner at first for the Defenders. ACA, they trail by 5. They do get last bat in this game. We just bat in the bottom of the fourth. We're just now halfway through with this one. Snap throw over to first. And they got him. Goodness, thought the official had called him safe, but big time play and another runner that is taken off the bases, and you know that that's there. But we have seen the move all night long by Hudson Martin, and Martin has been over and been over and been over there. And my goodness, that snap throw now erased the base runner. And there are 2 down, bottom of the fourth. So no runs in the top of the fourth. Could it possibly be no runs in the bottom of the fourth? We don't know. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 quick outs. That one fouled back and will make its way into the stands. Martin back to work. Misses low there. The Defenders just a little shell-shocked, but no more than the triple play that they delivered back in the top half of the fourth. So it's not like the ball has not been hit hard here in the fourth. I know that no runs have come across, but goodness, some amazing defensive plays have been made. Triple play in the top of the fourth. What a sweet one that was. That'll make the highlight reel. Check swing puts this one out, and that's a check swing base hit that's going to get out to second right over the head of Steele. And a check swing base hit there for Gage Savoy. And you see him. Sterneman now, Nate Sterneman, who is on the heel for this Defenders team, stands in there and battles. with 2 down. That one smashed out to right field for another base hit. So, look, had it not been for the pickoff, of course, had it not been for the triple play earlier, and had it not been for frogs and whatever cliche that you want to come up there, needless to say, goodness, it's been some hard hit balls in this one, and no runs in the 4th inning, top or bottom thus far, but the defenders looking to put an end to that. They're trying to get some 2-out magic and get that score a little bit closer. There's a delivery from Martin. That one misses inside, and that's going to get both runners moved up 90 feet. And a base hit now will score a couple of runs. Sterneman stands in there trying to get himself a couple of runs back. Correction, Sterneman's over at second base. That one lifted out to right field, going to find the gap. 1 run is in, another one comes around to score. And there for a big time stand-up double. 2 RBI. Big time hit in the clutch. Caleb Barras comes up and gets that one, now 11-8. That will send Dawson Claudette to the mound, but not before, or to the plate, but not before a visit for the Chef team. And if you liked offense, if you wanted to see some runs scored, well, I'm gonna tell you, you're in store for it in this one. We play in the bottom of the 4th, and there have been 19 runs total. This is just a 3-run game. Coming out to check on Hudson Martin. But I'm telling you, and we told you before, they're not the number 1 seed for nothing. This ACA team, Acadiana Christian Athletics, they are coming to battle in this one, down 11-8. But this 2-out damage being done, that big base hit, scored 2 runs. That one misses outside. And so the Chef Patriots softball team, they win in 10-run fashion. Guys were rolling along, and then here came the bottom of the inning, and ACA right back at it. ACA, I don't believe 11 runs is going to beat them tonight. Here's the delivery. That one misses up high. Swung on and missed that one. Martin just trying to get himself out of this inning through 4. This all has happened with a couple of outs. Came in 11-6. Now I've picked up a couple, added 1 in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 in the bottom of the 4th to cut this 11-5 lead to 11-8 now. That one swung on and missed, down 2 strikes. Staring at us and Martin, that's going to get a timeout call there, and that's what you do. You try to get the pitcher off his rhythm just a little bit. These defenders, players, are really coached up well and know the ins and outs of this baseball game. More to it than just the game. It's the game inside the game. Here's the delivery from Martin. That one fouled straight back. And we'll do the 2-strike pitch once again. 2 down, bottom of the fourth, 11-8. Chef of Baton Rouge has the lead, but again, they are two heavyweights going at it. Another foul right back behind home plate, 11-8 in this one. We play in the bottom of the fourth. Starting to have to look. We've got an hour left on our broadcast. Thankfully, I pushed it back a ways. But the way these two teams have been just hitting the baseball, this is one of those late night games. Here's the delivery. Driven out to center field. Going to get a run in. You see him crossing the plate there, 11-9 in this one. Couple hours away from Election Day here in Pineville, from my anniversary, from a lot of good things. And I don't expect these teams will be playing until the consolation game tomorrow, but I don't know. They've been battling. This game got started, I believe, around close to 8 o'clock. Here we are a couple hours in through the bottom of the fourth. But I'm telling you, it is two prize fighters going at each other, both of them wanting to win this game. And we're just halfway through this one. Snap throw back to first. Not going to get it this time. Had one of those. Chuck making his way back over here. Had the call on both softball games. But I bet you didn't have a triple play in your game like we had. So there you have it. But Chuck's games are over, so there's that. Enjoying being out here with you. That one bounces around. Runner's not going anywhere. He'll stay over at first. Had a few internet issues. Look like we've got it ironed out. Had some stoppage or some pausing in the first 2 or 3. There's Chuck making his way back over there. So, Chuck, you called a little softball. Now you're double dipping into some baseball.
Well, Doug, I was just mentioning it, and I'm sure you'll hear it, but I'll go ahead and tell you now. I was saying, great, my games are over, but I can't leave. Doug's in the back of my truck.
See, that's right. But I can't see over the outfield fence. That's the deal.
But the Tucson is perfect.
But I can't get up on top of it. That's the problem. I didn't bring my ladder.
This is true.
11-9. We play bottom of the fourth. We'll get some insight from Chuck on those 2 softball games. That one gets around, and we'll have no play down at second base.
Yeah, the softball games are phenomenal, Doug. I'm telling you what, it was the last one was, to me, was even more exciting than the first one. But not to take anything away from the first game as well, but that second one, wow. And stories between how those schools are where they are right now. Had a great conversation, the interview with Dr. Scott Blanchard from the Christ Bridge Church.
Right.
And just how that school came about from one school closing about mid-school year last year, and they just accepted those kids in, brought them in, and found a place for them so they wouldn't miss out on anything as far as their schooling. And like he said, he had no intentions of actually forming the school, but he just got out of God's way, and it happened.
See,
and they have grown humongously.
And there's story after story after story of that in this ACEL organization. It's you good to see stories like that. I saw you heard it. So there were several Chef fans that were watching both games.
Yes.
That were going on, and that's gonna put a wrap on Martin tonight. See who he's got coming in. I don't know if it's Ladue. Yeah, Jonathan Ladue looks like he'll make his way into the game on the mound, and we'll sit there and let you keep an eye on him.
I used to work with a guy whose last name was Ladue, and we actually had a name for him called Choo Choo Ladue. And I'm not exactly sure where that came from, because that was established way before I went to work for this company. But Ladue, Choo Choo Ladue. Here we go.
So there's Chuck, everybody. It's we went.
Viewership increased, by the way. All the jokes I was telling on the other side, they said viewership was out of the world over there, and that's even before we got online.
Even before you got online, absolutely. So the championship is set over
Yes.
there. Chef of Baton Rouge and
Hang on. My notes in my brain are just frazzled. Chef of Baton Rouge, and it's not Force. Crud, Doug.
is it Word of God?
No, it's not Woga. I don't believe it's Woga.
I don't know. I'm calling the baseball bracket of it. I
hang
know
on.
I know who's in this one.
I'm gonna put my headset down. I know you're gonna talk about me, but that's okay. I deserve that. Hang on.
Chuck's got to go into the notes. I didn't know that I'd ask him a question that would cause him to get into his notebook. Seeing Ladue finishing up his warm-up pitches. This game has really gone on. It is 11-9 in the bottom of the fourth, but what a ball game it has been. It has just been a lot of hitting in this game. And so Chuck's back now. He's got his notes.
So we have Chef of Baton Rouge and Acadiana Christian School, the Lions. They are going to be battling for the championship tomorrow, and the consolation will be between Woga and or Word of God Academy and the Christ Bridge Academy.
That's awesome. You remember we saw Word of God play in the basketball championships, and you know Southwest Louisiana, they're back in the championship game. They took down the Hornets.
Wow.
In that game, Good Samaritan Fellowship, the Hornets in that ball game. And the head coach of the Patriots not here tonight, Chuck, of Chef. He and his wife delivered their first child back on the 28th, and so he is at home, Coach Noah Worley and his wife Briley home with Lila Rain at Worley.
Can't miss that blessing, I promise you.
No, not at all. And so here we are back to live action. Cooled off quite a bit tonight. I saw you over there under the umbrella and all of that tonight, Chuck. I didn't understand.
Well, that became more of a burden than a help. I had to relocate it because it actually almost blew over the camera once.
Oh my!
Yeah, it was blowing around my tech box that I have, my flight case. So I was like, this got to close up.
Turned into like a parachute, I guess.
It was a wind catcher.
First delivery from Ladue. That is in there for a strike.
It was like a sale with no great deals.
You guys didn't know what you were getting into when I invited Chuck onto the broadcast here. But I'm in the back of his truck. He can't go anywhere because this is how we're set up.
We have a captured audience.
Indeed. Ladue sets, fires, swing and a miss. 2 strikes. 2 down in this one. The damage has been done with 2 outs. Had some great plays. And, yeah, line drive in the inning last we were runners at first and second with nobody out for that Chef team. Line drive to first. He got the out, stepped on first, and then threw down to second base to get the triple play that ended things. But there's been a lot of big play by the first baseman in this. Outfield's been a little tricky in both games. I don't know if it's the bigger field, the sky, the lights, or what it is, but it's been difficult. There's been a lot of miscues out in the outfield in both games.
You have to tell me some more about that triple play too. I've never seen one.
It was and thankfully I was too slow to move the camera, so we caught it all. I do believe, yeah. Not sure what they're working on here. Looks like the official is going to something to check on a batter that's in the game. And so they'll come out and have a little discussion. And if the batter got in there and swung at a pitch before
such technicality with all of this.
Well,
I mean, it is. I mean, but there's rules for a reason.
If he stands in, and I don't know, I could be completely off, but that was the question. And if he has batted and he wasn't announced, he's going to be out. A little discussion going on there between the 2 officials. And
a mosquito, Doug.
The one, I know, right? That don't make sense. The official over at first base not getting invited into this little
soiree.
Right. And so to go over and discuss what's going on here, and again, we don't have the officials, or we don't have the coaches mic'd up in this one.
Do you need to extend your broadcast any further, Doug?
I think I have it for 11:30, but I don't.
I know my last broadcast shut off before it finished, so I'm going to have to go back and load up the second half of that game for them.
Well, we didn't record any of ours, so we're yeah. I think our first one. And look, so
who's doing the push-ups? The catcher?
Taking a little time to stay loose while they sort out whatever it is, and still continuing to confer on this, and we're not really certain what's going on, but the official definitely a little animated about it. There's the Lady Patriots that are waving to us there. Chuck, you had them on your broadcast earlier. They were loud when they got here.
Yes.
When they showed up, the Patriots put up a 7-run inning that caused this lead. So,
your Patriots.
Yeah, their baseball team, when they showed up, I was like, I don't know if that's got anything to do with it or not. But
well, I can tell you the Patriots on the girls over here, the first inning, they were down 1-0. Second inning, they didn't score in the first. Second inning came in, they got a few runs. Third inning, bam, they ended up 10-run ruling.
Right.
And I mean, it just was like their bats were alive. It just
saw you had an inside the park home run over there.
Yes, had actually a couple of them over there, so it was really crazy.
We've had one ball get out of here today.
That almost hit my truck too. I saw that.
Nah, it was closer. I mean, it went through the Happy Gilmore structure over there.
Well, that's not that far from where we are. It's closer than Comfort.
Now they have the first base official in there. They've got both coaches in there, and just when you thought a game could not slow down anymore, well, there you have it.
Well, is it about time for burgers, fries, or take me out to the ballpark and get some Cracker Jacks?
One of those, yes.
Okay.
And nobody can seem to get on the right page. It seems like one of those, okay, Coach, you got a good point. Well, Coach, you got a good point. But it's time, regardless of the play, we need to get to the end of this, wrap this up, and let's proceed, because it's first of all, there shouldn't be anything that has to be discussed this long.
No, I would not think so. And now some coaches are coming out. Do you know if the concession stand is still serving burgers or not, Doug? Because
I do not know that. I don't know.
You mean drive my truck over there and see?
Right.
Never mind. Better stay still. The internet might drop out again.
Oh, my gosh. It's been in and out, in and out, in and out.
I did learn something tonight about concurrent broadcasting that we're doing.
Okay.
And it's really cool. I've got it set up where we can do it from now on, as long as we keep the same plan and whatnot. If we ever change, I have to learn that method. But this one is actually pretty cool now. You know how you go in
and that's good. Yeah, so they've awarded the out, and that's what it looks like. It comes down to batting out of order, out of turn. We'll ask either coach about that big to do, and now they're still having a little discussion of it. But that's the third baseman and one of the officials, and none too happy. The fans are not happy. That's the young man we believe came up and batted without being announced, without being
put into the game,
put into the lineup by the coach. That he just went up and played. So he's very aggravated, as we can understand. So we're again leaving it right here for just a little bit, and that's part of one of those things that just may fire this squad up, which they were getting fired up. Nonetheless, that moves us to the top of the fifth.
And the quarter after 10.
Yes, and we'll have to go up here and look and see when our broadcast is set to end, that we may mid-game have to extend that a little bit. That is set to stop at 11:30.
And what inning are you in now?
Top of the fifth.
I think we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll look at it and see.
We'll revisit this one. How about that?
11-9 officially in this one.
It started when?
We go to the fifth at 7:52.
Wow.
So
wow.
yeah, we're
just 2 hours in.
This ain't softball.
Oh, we were. The other one started at 7:15, and it was after 9. So.
Yeah. So there's that.
There's a 2-hour one there, but your PA guy's sounding good up there, by the way. In the booth.
I can't hear him out here. I could hear.
I could hear him
I could
over
hear
there.
Al.
Yeah.
But I can't hear.
And I could hear him more than I could hear Al, even with my mic. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
the direction of the speakers, I guess. Here we go.
Needless to say, top of the fifth, we're underway and ready to go. 11-9, the lead for the Patriots of Chef of Baton Rouge. That one sails high.
That's when you know you're not getting any good deals, when the sales are high.
Oh, Chuck. Chuck needs a hamburger. That'd keep him
keep him occupied for a while.
Right.
Huh?
I give him a kid a toy. Swung on and fouled straight back.
I'm eating my rabbit food or my squirrel food right now.
Ball and a strike. Sterneman in there and had a long rest, and that's where you have to consider that these guys they only get a few warm-up pitches even though it's been a long inning like that. So,
and then the long intermission in between.
That's right. All of the discussion that was going on.
It's like Parliament all over again.
Gotten eerily quiet out here this evening. That one is fouled down straight and 2 strikes. Now, I'll tell you, the raucousness, if you will, came from that softball. Once softball ended, man, it got quiet.
Yeah, the cheering and the cheerleaders that I pointed out earlier, I could actually hear. Sometimes I lose count of the ball and strike count.
Yep.
And the cheerleaders, if you will, the players in the dugout, they would start saying, doing chants. And so, there's the count. I wasn't sure if we had 2 or 3 balls, and they were talking about ball 4. Okay.
So they'll keep you.
Helped a lot because I couldn't see the umpires.
Rocks and fires and delivers. This curveball's nasty, and it's in there for strike 3. And we have seen a lot of curveballs on display. None finer than that one by Nathan Sterneman. Sterneman really just, that one dropped off the table.
I coined a new phrase, or at least to me it was, because I've never heard you say it before.
So you coined the phrase, or I did?
Well, I've never heard you say it, so I'm going to say I've coined it.
All right.
Now, it may not be brand new.
Okay.
But whenever the count comes to 1-1,
right,
it's now odding things up.
No.
Because when it comes to 2 and 2, you always said evened it up.
And there's a reason that phrase has not been mentioned. And that's
Is it just because it's odd?
No. Oh gosh, folks, I look, my peak viewership is dropping. We go 1 out here. Top of the 5th. Defenders trying to get out of this inning and get their bats back up there that were just stopped, and that one outer half for a strike. That were just quieted down from that, I guess, ineligible or out of order player that was hitting, was not introduced to the official that's back there. That one will find its way to second base. And been a great atmosphere, not like it was when it was the Pineville game, when the trucks were all around.
Yeah, that was a whole different atmosphere. That's a good word to say.
2 down, top of the 5th. And look, that might have been just the thing that ACA needed in there. And Chuck, I got to believe the way that they called him out, that it had to be that he batted without being announced.
Yeah.
That nasty curveball drops in there again for a strike.
That was ugly.
And Sterneman is really starting to find his rhythm here, and what a time to have that.
Yes, I mean, you can't, a good drop ball like that, or a good slider curve, whatever. I'm not sure. One's a curve, one's a slider. To me, if it curves left and right, it's a curve. But if it drops, it's a slider. I don't know if that's right or not.
It's actually backwards.
Okay, well that explains why I do things differently.
So the slider, the way that the slider is thrown, it's gotten more of a snap to it, and it will run away from a right-handed batter depending on who's throwing it. But the idea behind the slider is you start it at the batter and break it off for a striker, middle of the plate, and move it on. Needless to say, it moves away from the batter or into a batter depending on what side you are, and the curve has a little bit more of that break to it.
Well, and see, and I always associated with sliding into base, so it's kind of like it drops down and slide. That's why I always thought it was that. But then here comes the little small sandwiches, so that really messes things up. Chicken sliders are really
Softball will be back on the air at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And you'll have some peace and quiet.
Yeah,
well,
indeed.
No, you won't, because they'll be loud over there.
Oh yeah, look, I'm excited about the festivities. Here's the delivery. That's just a good fastball that is fouled off and into the night once again. That again is that parking lot area, the backside of the gym, between the gym and the school.
That's where you say danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robertson.
That's why you park by the fences where it cushions it. Swung on and missed.
Yep.
And that's going to do it for the Patriots in the top half of the fifth. We will move to the bottom of the fifth, where it is a very inspired ACA Defenders team, and we'll do all of that right after this from Wallace Eye Associates.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back to live action. We go to work in the bottom of the fifth.
Cinco. And speaking of the fifth, Doug.
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
And that is my anniversary.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, oddly enough, I'll tell a story. That was,
oh dear.
I think that was my first anniversary.
Oh dear.
Or second, one of the two. I think it was. I don't know. One of them. Don't get me started on that. But yeah, so there you have it. And that's a Thursday night, right?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I remember correct. I better know before I go home.
Right. That one misses inside. Well, Mother's Day is that Sunday.
That is a Thursday. You're correct.
Okay. I know that because Grace Christian plays their playoff game on Friday the 6th.
Wow.
And they still don't know, as this one is delivered in there for the strike. And Grace still doesn't know if they're playing one game or best of 3. They don't. I mean, they've LHSAA has not been able to tell them. The manual says best of 3.
That's what I thought.
LHSAA is telling them 1. This would be the first time that Class B in Division 5 has ever played a best of 3 series.
Wow.
It's been 5A, 4A, and those guys.
Yes.
A lot of big softball going on tonight. We'll get some of those scores from our local teams. Do know that Buckeye won in advance, and they will play for a state championship on Saturday.
I believe they beat Sterlington 7-5, if I saw the score correctly.
Right.
By memory.
We'll get some of those local scores from Chuck and have those updated. But that hit by pitch, that will bring up number 3, Michael Galotta. Michael playing left field tonight for the squad, and he and Ben have just been a pair in this one. There are a lot of these families on this homeschool, and there it is. There's a ground ball. Steele's got it at second. Only one play to be made, and that's at second base, which will retire.
5A softball, West Monroe and Cinnamont will be playing in the ship.
Both super teams. Praise John, they're out.
In 4A, North DeSoto and Franklin Parish. Franklin Parish is at sneaky in at number 10.
North DeSoto trying to go back-to-back.
Yes, they are.
Coach
Franklin
Whitman
Parish
in
may
that
upset
group
them.
just solid
They
up
are.
there. And Young in North DeSoto.
In 3A, you have Iowa, which ranks number 1. They'll be battling against Buckeye tomorrow at 4 p.m.
In time for the out. Beautiful throw down to second, and that gets the second out of the inning.
Beautiful.
Throw right on the money. And I've seen the catchers tonight have just been, all 4 catchers through both games have just been solid. And that's big time for Chef for the Patriots.
So, yeah, that's Buckeye and Iowa tomorrow at 4 p.m. for the championship. 2A is Manny and Port Barry. Well, that ought to be a pretty good matchup.
Yes, Manny just as solid as they come. Manny picked up a state championship in football this year.
1A.
Actually, no, Manny lost the state championship, didn't they? Yes,
yes.
they did. So their softball team looking to do that. There's that big curveball that does just fouled back. That scare you, did it, Chuck?
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. 11-9, we play bottom of the 5th.
In 1A, Montgomery and LaSalle meet tomorrow.
That's what, we sold at a BK Distributors, do a lot of work. We're making a lot of those fatheads, which is the picture of the kid on the stick, and so they're able to cheer. And they said that would be LaSalle and Montgomery, and that's a little hometown battle for a state title out of those groups. And there's those two will really get after it and bring it. On the select side of it, because we had Menard playing in that. Menard and Notre Dame.
I was fixing to get there. Division 5, I'll go there first.
That's Grace Christian. That swung on, drop third strike. Throw down to first in time, and that will retire the side. We move to the top of the 6th. Score stands, Chef Baton Rouge 11, the defenders of ACA 9. There you go, Chuck. Keep us updated now.
All right, and then Grace Christian fell to Claiborne Christian 10-0. So in the championship game in Division 5 selects will be Claiborne Christian and Northside Christian. Northside beat
Should have been playing probably Family Christian or St. Joseph's, Plocheville.
Yeah. Who also beat Country Day UA in the round before that.
Not a lot of teams down in that Division 5.
I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong one. I was fixed Division 2, but it's Division 3 that Menard's in.
Yes.
And
they played Notre Dame, so I don't. They're trying to avenge last year's championship game loss, and that'd be another big upset if they could win that one tonight.
And unfortunately, they did not. But it wasn't a bad beating, if you will. So it was 6-3 their loss. Not too bad there in 7 innings of play, obviously. So Notre Dame and St. Charles will play tomorrow for the
There you go.
trophy.
So look, it's always hi mom. What about some hi dad?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
good
Mother's Day.
Good
That's
work,
why.
Gage Savoy. That's right. That's a little Mother's Day.
And get some baseball scores. There's I know a few teams going on had to play tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of baseball starting. Those teams that did not have buys will get into working and getting things going.
No locals in 5A.
No.
I was just
Tough
scanning. Yeah,
division up there.
It really is. So
Ash would have been the only team. Ash and Pineville
yes.
would have been in there, but I think they, so Pineville gets in and they go up and face Barb.
Yeah.
And lost that one 5-2. So it wasn't a difficult game. In the first round of playoffs up there, it's the one game, and then when you move on into the next round, it's the best 2 of 3 until you get to the semis and the championship game.
Right. So tonight, Tioga hosted Rain, and looks like Rain won 3-2. So they will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m.
And Tioga will have to win both of those to advance.
Yes, they will. And both of those are ranked 8 and 9. Tioga's 8, Rain is 9. Let's see. I think that's all of our 4A locals. Yep. Do we have anybody 3A? I don't know if Buckeye or any of them made it. Grant played tonight. They hosted South Beauregard. Another 8-9 matchup with Grant being 8. Grant won that one 8-2. Gina, consider local. Okay, it's close enough. 4. They're 13 and Sterlington's 4. Sterlington won that one 13-3, as a matter of fact.
Ben Galotta will take over on the mound for ACA. He is set to face, leading off, Connor Wilder, the third baseman for this Chef team. Chef held scoreless for the last couple of innings. Seemed like that triple play really quieted things down again after that big 7-run inning. They led this one 11-5 at one point. It is now 11-9. That one misses low.
Manny Baseball hosted Lakeside. Manny won tonight 12-2, or yesterday rather, and they'll play tomorrow at 5 and 7 if needed be.
Here's the delivery from Galotta, swung on, driven to third, over to first in time for the play. And then you throw it around and the ball gets thrown out into right field. Well, I guess if you're going to make a good play, make the play and then throw it away on the throw around and not the other way around. But yeah, since that big 7-run inning, it has been really not much happening for the Patriots.
In Class 1A, you got Northwood Lena. They're set to play on May the 2nd, rather. They'll be traveling to Delta Charter to play at 6 p.m.
That is Monday night.
That is Monday night. You're correct.
Have a banquet that night that I'm emceeing. So that's what I don't have my calendar book. I'd be lost. Here's the delivery from Galotta, swung on, fouled back.
Glenmore on that same Monday at 5 p.m. They will host Doyline. There we go.
A lot of locals in action as the playoffs get up and underway. Glenmore out of that District 6B.
Yep.
And here's the delivery from Galotta. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Galotta's going to have it, and it goes foul. I'm telling you, things have slowed down mightily in this one.
Hicks played yesterday, and they beat Starks 21-1 in 5 innings.
Goodness.
Then Plainview doesn't play until the 3rd. and they will travel to Calvin, and that's in Class C stuff here. Simpson won last night.
That one grounded back foul also.
South Cameron. Let's go to some selects. Division 3 for the Menard, right?
Yes.
As my buddy calls it. So that one, Holy Savior Menard and Lafayette Christian. I don't know when it will. Well, hang on. The 29th, they played apparently today at 6, but the score's not posted yet on the LHSA site.
Rocks and fires does Galotta. Throws a nice curveball, but it misses outer half.
I'll do a little research on that Menard game, see if I can find it somewhere else.
That one misses up and away as well.
Grace Christian not set to play Episcopal of Acadiana until
next Friday.
You got it.
They play ESA next Friday
That's what you were
at
talking
6
about.
o'clock. They just don't know if they're playing one game or 3.
Yeah, and here it shows them, like you said, it shows them 3. So I don't know why, but it does.
Good play out at second base. Coming up, and that's good work for the second out of the inning. That is Sterneman, who came off the mound. He was pitching in the last couple innings. Big time play over there by Sterneman. And there are 2 gone, top of the 6th. Since the 3rd inning, they put up 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and then exploded for 7 in the 3rd. Did Chef, and they're looking at now their 3rd straight inning without notching a run. That's a swing and a miss.
So the Holy Savior Menard Lafayette Christian game, that was at 6. That's Lafayette Christian winning 4-2, rather, 4-2. And so they're set to play again tomorrow at 12. Doug, you may have enough time to get out there.
Not happening, because you got to no, ain't no way. This one at 11:30 will be the championship. No, I'm like I told Sandy Merrill that I would meet her, or we'd be out here around 2 o'clock tomorrow. She's like, okay. She's like, wait a minute, I'll be going home by 2 o'clock. I said, yep, you will. That one driven foul and out of play.
So are we doing the same setup tomorrow as well?
In referring to
the back of my truck?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can't see over the wall.
Just checking.
Galotta delivers this one. It misses outside.
Any other scores or?
No, that's should be good.
Research.
There you get a good look at Galotta, who has been rolling through this inning, and then now the last batter not been able to find the strike zone, and that is a walk. So 2 out base runner.
Which was something over in softball whenever the Patriots got 2 outs. They just seemed like their bats came alive.
And there have been a number of those in this one. That is Jacob Whitehead, the left fielder. The left fielder that stands in there. Now Joshua Essec. Josh stands in there, and he's a mountain of a man over there at first base. There you get a good look at him. Has made some run-saving plays over at first base tonight for this Patriots team. Getting crunch time, 11-9. 1 out remaining, 2 down in the top of the 6th for the Patriots. Off and running, play at second, in time for the out. Essec will lead things off. Caught stealing Jacob Whitehead, and that retires the side. And that is a very, very fired up team from ACA, ready to get those bats going again. And I told you back earlier, I did not think that 11 runs would beat this ACA Defenders team. They've got 6 outs. They trailed by 2. It's 11-9. We'll be back after this message from Valex Federal Credit Union.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading things off for ACA will be number 14, David Claudette. He stands in there, center fielder. Started out in center field for this group. Speaking of center field, there you go. Little look in at center field there. And then quickly that one over to second base, and Steele is there for the out. Had a first pitch swinging. Steele has been all over the place. One down. Go ahead, Chuck.
I was going to say, I like your scoreboard down at the bottom. It's just curious how you've been managing that. Is it working well?
Oh, it is. When I guarantee score to be right.
Ah, I got you.
And outs, but anything other than that is they're on their own.
Innings
that
are
one.
hit or miss, right?
Innings are right, score is right, but after that, we make no promises.
But I like that nice, neat bar down there at the bottom. That's nice.
I hadn't seen what it looks like. There you go. Yeah, there you have it. That one, base hit off to right. So one down. Sterneman now will come in. Nathan Sterneman stands in there ready to go, ready to bat. Pitcher thought that the runner would be going. Most of the time they have been off and running, but not this time. Snap throw to first, not in time. We have seen one out, one pickoff over there, a couple of caught standing. So fundamentally, both of these squads play really well, or all 4 of them that we've seen today. And again, don't forget, coming up at the end of this game, we are going to talk to the winning head coach of this one. And that one is still in doubt because this one 11-9, you know the defenders are going to be battling. And since the 3rd inning, they have held the Patriots of Chef of Baton Rouge off of the scoreboard. Looking in, that one is driven over there in center field. Great play coming up and making that one. And that is just tremendous work by Micah Schillo, who came up all the way into right field and got that one. And we heard him just moments earlier saying that he said, it's got to get by me, and he made sure that that didn't happen.
Indeed, he did.
2 down, bottom of the 6th, and covered a lot of ground to get over there and get that one, did Micah. Snap throw back to first, not in time. That's one of those, you're glad you didn't have the runner off and going at that point.
No doubt. Had a couple of donations tonight to our box cast, Doug.
Yep, that was good to see. We
Appreciate
certainly
that much.
appreciate those folks that are doing that. Play down at second base is going to be in time. Another runner thrown out at second base. And these teams are aggressive, to say the least. But much love out there to their catcher. And my goodness.
Man, he's firing missiles from back there.
It's been all night long. Catcher play has been solid. We move to the 7th inning, top of the 7th. And
almost like since I've gotten here, things have picked up speed, Doug.
They rolled right along. You put that softball mojo on it, and things have gone. So it's down to this. We go to play for 1 inning to see who will go on and punch their ticket to play Southwest Louisiana, the Knights. Great job of throwing out the runner. And, man, we move to the 7th, and folks are climbing back on this one. When it was 11-5, they kind of dropped off just a bit, but our viewership. But again, you know, Chuck brings that up. We don't ever ask for donations.
No.
That's certainly one of the things. That's a box that's down there, and you don't understand how grateful we really are to receive those donations. They mean the world to us, to know that people would honor us and bless us by that. We take an opportunity every broadcast to tell you what our program is about here at 446 Sports. It comes out of the Bible of Ephesians, book 4, chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. It says we all have one calling, and it's not calling to be a broadcaster. It's not calling to be a baseball player or any of that, but it's calling for salvation under God, that there is one God and one body and one salvation. And any opportunity that we get to tell folks about that, then the rest of it around us really just it doesn't matter. So that's where we take that opportunity in each game to talk about that in just a little bit. And everything that we have and that we do, we owe to to God and the work that He's done in our lives. And I tell you, just keep showing up, and He's going to keep you can't outwork God.
No.
I'll tell you that.
Show up and let Him show out.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we move on to the top of the 7th. Again, it is with heartfelt thanks that we appreciate the donations that you guys that you go. Now, I don't know if it was a donation for me to get Chuck to quit telling jokes or what the case. Needless to say, we're ready to play the 7th. The winner of this game goes on to play for a state championship tomorrow at 11:30-ish, if you will. That one misses outside, and things had gotten a little quiet out of the cheering section over there. The Lady Patriots they got to get up and play a game tomorrow, so they're kind of bailing out. They're slow walking to the exit because they want to see their guys finish it off and let both of these chef teams play for a title tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you, the defenders of Acadiana Christian, they don't care about the sentiment. They don't care about the cool thing. They are looking to knock Chef off. You remember, they come in as the number 1 seed in this. That's Essec. He was at the plate when the runner was thrown out stealing to end at the bottom of the top of the 6th. And so Essec, the big, hard-hitting first baseman, stands in there. He's ready to go to work.
A decent viewership on my second game.
That one swung on and missed by Essec. Good work on the heel. That is Galotta, who came on in the last inning. But I'm telling you, these pitchers have held Chef of Baton Rouge in check since the 3rd inning. That triple play in the 4th inning was monumental. That one grounded back to the pitcher. Galotta's got it. He's firing over to first in timeout number 1. So they scored the 7 runs in the 3rd inning, did Chef of Baton Rouge, and had runners at first and second with nobody out when they turned the triple play, did the defenders. And since then, it's been goose eggs for the Patriots.
Wow.
And the defenders have battled back. They've chipped away. They're going to come up, and I'm telling you, within 2 runs with the last at-bat, the defenders have a good chance at this. Stands up, delivers this one, swung on. Play it second over to first in time, out number 2. So you're going to see that out on your little fancy scoreboard go from 0 to 2 because we did miss the first one. Again, a score, an inning I'll have for you. The rest of it is
no guarantees, huh?
Is a throw and hope. Standing in there now, getting ready to go 2 down for this Chef Patriots team. Here's the delivery, taken outside.
Doug, I was up there thinking about how you used to do this all on your own, the play-by-play, and you and I have had that conversation before, producing, play-by-play, everything. My goodness.
There's a lot to it, isn't
It's
it?
a lot to it. It's a lot to it. Kind of, if you have a good PA announcer guy from the press box and you have a good ambiance mic, it's helpful.
Goes a long way. I had neither.
Yeah.
Here's the delivery. Swung on, fouled back.
That second game I had, that Patriots and Force game, over 500 viewers.
You got to love that.
Yes.
That's a good product.
Yeah.
Steps back, Galotta does to deliver this one. It misses low and outside. A lot of folks jumping back on to this broadcast here for the final inning of regulation. There's nothing says that we got to wrap it up after the 7th. Here's the delivery from Galotta. Oh, that big curveball is in there. Nasty one. Ends the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We move to the bottom of the 7th. The defenders, one more shot at it. They look loose and ready to go. Patriots, they've got to come out and play some defense. This group of defenders there, they are, Coach Claudette and that group are standing there saying, look, this is what we've got to do. We've got to go out and we've got to go to work in this one. And if you are the Patriots of Chef, you just got to kind of hang in there and go out there and play your best inning that you've got. They've got to get this thing ready and wrapped up. Going to be an interesting half inning. You see Jonathan Ladue has come in and went the last couple of innings. The pitchers towards the tail end of this game have really done their jobs and shut down these opposing batters. Again, you look at 11 runs from this Patriots team, but Chuck, they've scored in 3 innings, and the last 4 goose eggs. They led this one 11-5. So ACA had taken their first lead at 5-4. It was 2-0 for the Patriots in the top half of the first. Defenders come up and score 2 in the bottom half. Then 2 more in the top half of the second for Chef. 2 more for the defenders in the bottom half. Or, I'm sorry, 3 more. They took the lead 5-4 there. And then Chef went on that big run once the softball team got there. I still think that had something to do with it.
It's kind of like the hot water heater in my house. You know, it's hot and then it's cold. It's hot and it's cold. And, you know, I think somebody's around in the other bathroom flushing the commode or something.
Ladue delivers that first strike in there. And I'll take an opportunity to tell you that it's a water heater. Because if it was hot water, you wouldn't need it heated. No balls in 1 strike. That one misses. My wife gets so mad at me when I do that. A number of things she gets so mad at me. If I'm not home in another hour, she's really gonna be mad because that starts. There's a check swing back up the middle. Galotta's got it. Fires over to first in time to Essec, and that is out number 1.
I noticed something from behind the home plate over there. Somebody, I'm assuming, has some kind of a camera or something, but that flash.
just has started, and oftentimes they'll run them out of there and won't let them take flash photography back there.
I can understand that because that is definitely a distraction for the pitcher, and it's something they usually tend to.
Ladue delivers this one, swing and a miss. And every pitch, those Patriots fans are getting up a little bit louder. The dugout area has not stopped at one point for this ACA team. That one fouled off and over where we were just at. But you look at this dugout. Every one of them up on the rail. Nobody is sitting down, and that's how it's supposed to be in a dugout for an opportunity to get to a state championship game.
Who is your first team going?
Southwest Louisiana Knights.
Awesome. Big game, the first one?
It was back and forth. It was a pretty good game between them. They knocked off the higher seed in that game.
Wow.
Southwest Knights
Underdogs.
did. And now we're looking at that because this ACA team is the 1 seed.
Oh, wow.
Here's the delivery from Ladue. And look, they were ready to go around the horn with it. Ladue thought he had that one. Thought he had it. Now he'll stand back in there ready to go to work. Swung on.
Chip that one up.
Driven foul and off of the top of the, right below the walk-on sign there for the Rebels baseball. You see that covered batting facility that is there.
Nice to have their support.
Yeah, I got to visit with some of them before the game today. Everybody kind of hinging on that big election tomorrow.
Yes,
Ivor
it
will
is.
have the first new mayor they've had in 22 years.
That is phenomenal.
Here's the delivery. Again, they thought they had the punch out and nothing doing there. Rocks back now and delivers this one. That one misses outer half. So I had him 0-2. Now it runs the count full. They'll do the full count offering here. Payoff pitch coming from Ladue. That one grounded foul. Or correct, no, it's into second base. What am I thinking? Steele comes up, makes a tremendous play. And there is Essec continuing to do work at first base. It's like he got twisted up right there. Did I say foul or flared to second? There's Steele going over there. And look, that's such a great picture because noticeable size difference.
Yeah.
You see that.
Yeah, just a wee bit. Kind of like you and I standing there.
Between Essec and Steele there at second base. But what a great moment. Essec shaking up, and they'll come out. And look at him. The play was made. There are 2 down. ACA down to their final at-bat. You look over there and looked like he got twisted around. His hand got kind of jammed on that one.
Yeah, and he ended up throwing his hat down, I believe it was.
Yep.
Out of
just out of
pain there.
I mean, this is just bang, bang play happening. But we'll reset things back to the field now. There are 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Chef with an 11-9 lead. Ladue has came on, Jonathan Ladue, and has just done what he needed. Ladue stands in there ready to go to work. Delivers this one. Swung on, driven foul. Shaking things up a little bit over there at third base. Again, we think that we are going to get the winning coach over here. It's a long way out to where we are.
It is. Kind of, without a golf cart, it's a bit of a walk.
Curveball misses outside.
thought that would be a slider.
No, left to right movement, not that.
So up and down is a slider.
No, left to right.
I thought it moved left to right.
That one, fastball,
That was zinged in there.
outer half, misses the plate. And goodness, the strike zone has tightened up here on the final couple of batters. Chef fans standing ready to cheer. ACA not ready to finish things up just yet. That one in there for the strike.
I wonder if the scoreboard's been working. Heard any clicking?
I don't know that there's anybody up there. 446 Sports will bring you all the championship and consolation games tomorrow. Ladue stands in there ready to deliver. That one is in there. Ball game.
I was going to say scoreboard shows it 11-8 up there. So.
And the Patriots, that's not correct.
Okay.
The Patriots of Chef have pulled off the upset, and they will go on to play for a state championship tomorrow. And continuing, you know that back home, without a doubt, Coach Noah Worley and his wife Briley and their new little 2-day-old, maybe 1-day-old at this point, Lila Worley, they're all excited about this victory. And, man, we're going to get an opportunity, we believe, to talk to the coach that filled in for this one. And you know that Coach Worley back home is excited about this one back home in Baton Rouge.
Absolutely. Calling Baton Rouge, right?
They'll be off. That town's going to be filled up tomorrow. You can believe that. Garth Brooks will be in town in Baton Rouge.
Just wondering, no, Tiger Stadium does not have a roof on it. It's not a domed stadium, but just wonder if they're going to raise the roof when he sings that song.
I got to believe it will be pretty intense, to say the least.
Loud and what's it?
See, we finished 28 minutes early.
So far.
So far. We don't know how long it'll take the coach to get out here. We'll leave it on that. We're going to take a couple of commercials in the meantime. But Chef of Baton Rouge, the Patriots, punch their ticket. They will play Southwest Louisiana, the Knights, in that one. We'll be right back right after this.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Security Sporting Good wants to tell you all camo is 50% off, and it's fishing season. In the red corner, it's Powerhouse Combo, Zoom, and Lose. And in the blue corner, seasoned veteran Abu Garcia. These three name brands will take care of all your fishing needs. Plus, Old Town Kayaks are coming soon. Need a handgun? In stock, Springfield, Sig, Glock & Smith & Wesson at Security Sporting Goods, 2220 Memorial Drive, Alexandria.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
We're back live to Pineville High School, the site of the semifinals tonight. And Southwest Louisiana Knights punched their ticket in game one. Chef of Baton Rouge. And I don't know, Chuck, how many times. Well, Chuck's over there packing up. But anyway, I don't know how many times that we have just this season alone called championship games or games involving Chef of Baton Rouge and the Southwest Louisiana Knights. They seem like they know what it takes to get the job done and get things going here. Thinking that we're going to get Coach to come out here, and so we're going to stick around for that interview, of course. We will spin the camera around and get with him when he gets in here. Looks like he's finishing up with his team right now, but we certainly don't want to pass on the opportunity to visit with the victorious coaches there. You know, he's going to have some wishes back to Coach Worley and that family that's back there. So we'll do all of that here momentarily. Just to reset some things for you, tomorrow the action begins at 9 a.m. 9 a.m., that's right. You'll want to be up early for that third place game. Championship Saturday begins at 11:30. That championship game will be at 11:30 tomorrow. So we expect big crowds out for that one. As always, ACEL always brings just a large number of folks out to their events, and it's so great to have them out here. Oh, Chuck, you're not turned on, are you? Boy, that wasn't by accident, was it? There you go. Chuck's back now.
It's not by accident. Yeah, I can imagine.
See, that he heard. So we'll have the two high seeds. Thought they would be playing tomorrow, but they thought they would be playing the 11:30 game. That is the defenders of ACA. But, you know, we talked to Coach Wade before the game. He was the head coach of the Knights, and he said, look, these top four teams just battle each other, and they battle each other, and they battle each other. So there are a number of opportunities for them to play each other, and goodness gracious, yeah, it looks like he's going to make his way out here. And the good old days, we'd have been back up in the press box.
Yeah.
But the press box has absolutely no signal in it whatsoever.
Maybe he's getting to ride the golf cart out here. No. Oh, they're dragging the field. Never mind.
Yeah, that wasn't Coach.
Yeah.
No, he was going. I got fooled by that early in the game as well. When I thought they were going to have that for Coach Wade beforehand, looked like they're wrapping things up there, and it will be the mad dash out to the outfield. We believe Ms. Marrow is going to get Coach set up and get him out here. Let me see. We lost everybody. There they are.
She said it's going to be one of his assistants.
Yeah, because Coach Worley is back home.
Right.
So, yeah, without a doubt. But would love to have talked to Coach Worley. Don't know if he's going to make it up. Do know that they're passing out pizza, though, around the way.
What?
I saw that going on out there through the magic of the camera.
And I'm supposed to have a co-host tomorrow for my championship game, a volunteer. I didn't actually and they said they listened to it and it sounded great. Didn't know why they even needed me there. But Dr. Scott, I'm going to keep calling him that, but his last name's Blanchard. He's the principal there at Christbridge Academy.
Okay.
And he's going to he said, hey, you know, I could be there and help. I was like, come on. He's an old softball coach. He actually does radio broadcast for Jennings High School.
Oh, yeah?
Down there also. So he had worked there before he is now the principal for.
Oh, that's cool.
There. And so, you know, a great he said, now I can talk, and Doug, I can tell you, I don't know if y'all would battle with one another, but he's going to fill in good for me.
Oh, I'm shy.
Yeah. No,
It's just
like I told him, I said, you made this interview so easy. You need to go back and listen to it. You made it so easy because all I had to do was just, ask one question, and it just was on and on from there. And I was like, this is like working with Doug.
yeah. See, there you go. All right, I think. Look, we're getting somebody to make it out into the
I see
catacombs
that.
of where we're at. So
Happy
we'll
Gilmore's.
swap over and let him have the headset, Chuck. And all right, we're here with head coach of the night, and it's Nick Taylor. Is that what? Yeah, we were looking at. Congratulations on the big win, first of all.
Thank you.
I don't know what was more difficult for you, the game or the long walk to find us out here.
Yeah, the long walk was challenging.
Look, what a game it was today. You guys come out swinging the bat in the first inning, pick up a couple of runs, do it again in the second, and then that big 7-run third for you. So that's got to be the hot start you wanted.
That was. It's exactly what we told the guys that we needed, and we were happy that they came out swinging the bat. And I got to pause just for a second and give props to our head coach, who isn't here with us tonight.
Yep, we talked about him a couple of times tonight
great.
in the birth of his new daughter.
That's
sure
right.
did.
That's right. So he did a lot to prep us well, and the guys came out. We're just super proud of them. They came out. They hit the ball. They stroked it well, put the ball in play. Some good gap shots, good base shots.
Yep.
And made those guys make plays, and so.
Look, baseball is such a crazy sport. You guys come out in the fourth inning, swinging the bat well, and then you hit into a triple play and goose eggs after that. Momentum is such a crazy thing.
It's true. Yeah, that was tough. It was just unlucky, and it's one of those plays you hope doesn't happen to you, but sometimes it does, and we were fortunate enough to be able to kind of give them some goose eggs as well.
Right.
Hold them back. With good pitching and credit to Acadiana.
You go to Ladue there at the end of it, and he just comes in and fires away as well.
That's
so
right.
I mean, it got anticlimactic for a minute. Once it got close, then pitching just took over, and kind of a reversal. You oftentimes see the pitching start out well and then fade to the end, but you guys ramped it up when it got go time.
Yeah, they just got stronger at the end, and that's a credit to the defenders as well. We played them in regular season 2 other times, and it's always been a tit for tat game, and back and forth. And so tonight it was no different.
What do you do tonight? It's a quick turnaround for tomorrow in that another game that you guys are very familiar with, the Knights of Southwest Louisiana. How do you go get prepared for that one tomorrow?
Well, I think we tell the guys, get a good night's sleep, hydrate. Soak a little bit in the tub if they can, just to relax, rest, get some sleep, and get ready to recharge, get a good breakfast tomorrow. We'll probably get some good food tonight.
No doubt about that. Let me ask you this, too, and baseball, again, I'm telling you, it's just a momentum-swinging game. So the softball Patriots, they have a 10-run victory, and come over here and start cheering for your guys, and that's when they put up the 7-run inning. I don't know.
Yeah. There's something about our softball team. They're always cheering for us when they're able to come out to the game, and they play well. So we're excited for them as well.
One last question that I have for you, and I'm gonna let you get back to your team on there. The out that was called earlier, the officials came up and it ended the inning. That third out. Take me through that.
So they had an illegal courtesy runner.
Okay.
And it's just something that we saw, and that's part of the rule. The courtesy runner was running for the pitcher,
right,
and then began running for the catcher when he became catcher.
And you can't run
You got to run for the position.
Right.
So we called him on it, and of course that was a tough thing. Fans didn't like it, but that's baseball. That's rules, and there's a reason those rules are in place. And
that's correct. And it ended an inning, and I'm telling you, it just it drained. Now they came out and made some plays right after that, but that's the game inside the game. You got to have that part of it. Nobody likes to call that rule, but a rule is a rule, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, and we were talking. Do we say something? Do we not say something? Ladue had 2 strikes on the guy that was up. We had 2 outs.
Right.
And the rule's a rule for a reason. So we decided, let's go ahead and let's ask the umpire about it.
Well, there you go. There's a lot more to this game than
That's right.
just throwing and catching and batting. It's a big game. Coach, congratulations. Is Coach going to be back tomorrow, or is he leaving this with you guys?
I think he's leaving it with us. I'd love to see him tomorrow, but he's got a family to take care of, and he's where he needs to be.
Absolutely, and we know we believe he was listening tonight
I think
in
so.
this. We gave some shout outs to him and the future ACEL athletic
That's
player
right.
there. And look, go enjoy your team, Coach. Thank you so much for everything you did, and good luck tomorrow. We'll see you out here.
Thank you so much.
There
Thank
you have
guys.
it. There you have it. Victorious Chef of Baton Rouge knock off the number 1 seed tonight. They are set to do battle at 11:30 tomorrow for the state championship of ACEL baseball. I think we've done just about all that we can do in this one from Pineville High School. Chuck, you're getting ready for the consolation game at 9 o'clock for softball, and then you'll do the state championship of that one tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow at 11:30.
That's right. Well, 11 o'clock is what it's scheduled for, so we'll see how on time and how scheduled it goes, because I believe all the awards are after the championship. So all of that happens after that. I don't know what presentations they'll do right after the consolation game just yet. I have to check that agenda. I know Miss Merrow has put all that out well. I wanted to get through today first and then look at what tomorrow has, because I have a few new graphics to do because of the new teams that are going to be playing.
Well, we'll go on the air about 15 minutes prior to each of the contests tomorrow. You have the links up on ACEL's Facebook site and their website. That's going to wrap it up from Pineville tonight. Moving on to the state championship game tomorrow in baseball. It is the Knights of Southwest Louisiana and the Patriots of Chef of Baton Rouge. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to name 2 state championships. We'll announce all state players. We'll do all of that the next